Hi, welcome to the first episode of Gluten-free Way. We are doing our test episode today. The idea is, if any of y'all have seen karaoke carpool, it's a lot more interesting to see two people, for some reason, to see two people driving and discussing or singing about something.
Oh yeah.
Than it is to see two people sitting in a seat staring at each other with no motion. But we're going to give this a try today. Episode 1. So, gluten-free way.
Oh, the camera fell. It's falling.
It's okay.
They can't see us.
It's not falling. It's okay. It's going to bounce around a little bit. This is a trial run, everybody.
Man, it's like a roller coaster.
So, our first interview, my first interview for Gluten-Free Way is the one, the only, my husband and love, Nicholas Donald Marts.
Hey! Sorry, folks, I'd look at you, but I'm driving.
So, yeah. Typically in these episodes, I'm thinking I'm going to be driving the person I'm interviewing, and we'll just have like a conversational, I'm driving, what do you think? Maybe, if I can get good with my questions. In this episode, Nick is going to drive, because as any good married couple, they have driving preferences, and Nick prefers to be driving, not riding while I'm driving. That says nothing about me as a driver. It's just his preference. Okay. So, Nicholas, first of all, I want to talk a little bit about...
Please call me Nick.
Your eating style. So, we're going to have a lot of people interviewed on this podcast, or, excuse me, YouTube channel, that are strictly gluten-free for one reason or another. I know you do something a little bit different than gluten-free. Can you talk to us about what your style is specifically and what does it entail?
If I had to name it, it would be more of the paleo type of diet. So very high fat, moderate protein, lower carbohydrate. And I started it, I would say probably about 3 years ago now, just because I wanted to check it out, because it was a new fad, so I looked into some science behind it, and from what I could gather, it made a lot of sense. And I won't get into all the details of why, but I've tried them all because I've lost a lot of weight, and this is the one where I feel the best and the most consistent.
What's it called?
If I had to name it, it would be paleo, but right now I'm doing what's called the bulletproof diet, giving that a shot, which is along the same realm, to be honest with you.
And part of bulletproof and or paleo is gluten-free, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So...
You might have to adjust the camera a little bit.
It's going to keep moving.
I can't see you, though.
Yeah, I can.
Barely. Okay.
I can see me.
All right.
All right, so how did you come to start eating this way? Or, how did you come to start eating this way? But then talk a little bit how you came to start eating gluten-free specifically.
Yeah. So gluten-free specifically, it was about 6 or so years ago after college. I just didn't feel well during lunch. And I thought, man, my diet is so healthy, stereotypical healthy. And I was like, I have to be missing something. I was like, what's going on out there? What are other people feeling? So I did some research, and I saw this gluten-free thing, and I said, why not? And the only thing I changed was cutting bagels out of my lunch. I had bagel sandwiches. That's all I did. I cut one bagel out of my lunch because that was the only gluten I ate, and I felt absolutely amazing. So I figured, that's interesting. So I stuck with that, gluten-free, for a while, and then I tried to introduce it back in, and it did not go well.
What does that mean?
I didn't feel well again. I felt foggy, I felt tired, I couldn't really think, so I just said, you know what? My life's better off without it, so I'll just continue to not eat it.
Okay.
And I kind of by default, it made my diet easier because it allowed me to focus on certain things rather than a million different things. And gluten-free doesn't automatically mean healthy. Please don't misunderstand that.
I have a blog post about that if anyone wants more information.
Yeah, it's 100% true. 100% true. Because there are gluten-free donuts and they are still not healthy. Unless they're made to be healthy.
Mine are.
They are. They are. So you got to watch out for that. A lot of people think, oh, it says gluten-free, it's healthier. Not always the case. So be careful there. As for the paleo, when I started looking into that a few years ago, I was wondering why I was hungry all the time and had to eat every 1 to 2 hours. That just didn't seem realistic. And I felt like it was wasting a lot of time. So a couple friends of ours, Brian and Laura Bain, started talking about the paleo diet. So I said, yeah, why not? Let's give that a shot. And I felt the best and I felt the most consistent throughout this. And I'm just doing different versions of it here and there.
Yeah, I remember that being your wife and all. I remember when they first started talking to us about paleo, we were like, what's paleo? But that's been a while now. So you talked a little bit already about how gluten specifically was affecting you. You said you weren't feeling good. What can you talk a little bit more about what you think gluten was doing to you personally, to your body?
Me personally, from what I understand, it's different for different people, but for me, I could not think. I remember sitting down with someone trying to review their whole diet, while they weren't losing weight, their diet, their exercise, and I remembered, like, I could not comprehend anything she was saying for some reason. I was like, this is so weird, and I felt, it just seemed foggy, like I didn't sleep for like 2 days, and that was it for me, and I felt very fatigued, actually, too, so exercise was really, really, really difficult. And at the time, I was teaching 2 or 3 group fitness classes a day, and I was a personal trainer, so that just was not good.
Yeah, okay. That was right around the time I met you.
Yes.
Okay, so you've been gluten-free for at least 5 years then.
Yeah.
Okay. What food do you miss the most?
Nothing really, because there's gluten-free versions of... There's really nothing I miss.
Is there a version of something you miss? Like, you know mine. Pizza Hut pizza. Like, I miss it so much. Other pizzas come close. But what about you? I mean, what's something you miss?
The only 2 things I could think of are the really delicious garlic toast you would eat with spaghetti.
Ooh.
And...
like a French baguette, just, like, covered in garlic.
Yes, just soaked.
Yeah.
Garlic butter. And...
I gotta work on that.
Your classic burrito.
Flour tortilla shell burrito. Got it. Yeah.
But there's gluten-free versions, so I don't really miss it too much.
Yeah. And gluten-free has obviously come a long way, and they have a lot more options, but there's still some things they can work on, so I'll have to add that to my list of experiments for you. We can try to do that. Okay. So, 2 more questions. A little bit more talking here. So what's some advice you'd give someone experiencing health issues that was considering either gluten-free or paleo lifestyle, eating style?
Do it or don't. There's really no in between. If you're going to do it, just do it and see what the difference is. I talk to a lot of people, they go, I eat gluten half the time. If you have some kind of gluten intolerance or celiac, you're going to react to half the time too, and you're not going to really feel that much different. So if you're going to try it, just try it for at least 2 months. If there's no difference, okay, try something else, but don't just do bits and pieces here and there and expect results. That's not how it works.
Yeah. So I know I've heard a lot of people say gluten can stay in your system for up to 6 months and to give it 6 months, but you felt personally that 2 months should be enough to feel something different.
Yeah, I felt the effects immediately. My brain fog went away, and the whole lunchtime, almost falling asleep, went away. So it was pretty quick for me, actually within 2 days. But not everyone's going to respond the same way.
Yeah.
But I just think the problem is, now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, all or nothing mentality, but if you're going to try something, just do it. Give it some time. It's not going to change overnight. In fact, you might not feel great right off the bat because your body's adapting to something new. Understand that, deal with it, and then track your results over a period of time. Don't just think it's going to happen in 2 days.
Yeah. As is true for anything, right?
Absolutely.
Anything good? All right, last question. Now, you have tried everything that I've made, I think.
Yeah.
Baked True North. What is your favorite Baked True North food?
There's a lot.
He's tried everything, folks.
Yeah, I have. Even the stuff that she'll never sell because she didn't like it. I don't know. That fresh baked hot chocolate chip cookie coming right out of the oven, I don't think you can beat that. The classic chocolate chip.
It's my signature chocolate chip cookie. That is obviously my favorite as well.
Signature chocolate chip. You can't beat that.
We were made for each other.
It's true.
All right, folks. Is there anything you'd like to say? Anything extra you'd like to say on the gluten-free topic or anything similar?
No, I think we covered it. Eat them cookies.
Thank you so much for watching Gluten Free Way from Baked True North. And as you mentioned, have a cookie.
Beep beep.